Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the very basic concept of PLSQL, that is, what are the block structure of a PLSQL. Let us first understand how do we define blocks. Blocks are nothing but these are the fundamental building blocks or building units of any PLSQL code. They follow a specific structure. They have a defined structure and they includes three sections. Some sections are optionals and some is mandatory. And if you really want to do excel in server side programming, then you have to understand how these blocks works. Basically, blocks may be of two types. One is anonymous and second one is named block. And the structure of these two blocks is same. You have three sections in any PLSQL block. First one is declaration section, you can say. Second one is execution section and third one is exception section. इनको थोड़ा सा डिटेल में समझते हैं. In case of declaration section, it is used to, in primary, it is used to declare variable, constants and cursors also. And this is the main executional block where the main logical handling and all the queries and all the logic, all the thing works. And third one is exceptional, while these two are declaration and exception handling sections are optional, but the only mandatory section in a PLSQL block structure is an execution section. Let us understand them one by one. First we have is declaration section. The purpose of this section is to declare variable. We can declare our variable, constants, cursors and other any local structure within this block. If you the declaration section is the first section in the PLSQL block, means it comes at the very beginning of the block and it comes before the execution section. This basic syntax is, first you have to write a keyword declare and then what variable you want to use and the data type of it should be followed by the data type of that particular variable. And in case of a constant, we use a constant keyword. Means if you want to use a variable in our program, then we have to declare our variable in the declaration section, and the basic syntax is you have to write a variable name and then followed by data type. You can also read this variable from your existing relation or existing tables. You can read your data from that side also. This is another example. But the variables, they can be changed or manipulated during execution. जैसे for example number, strings and date. Constants means their assigned value will remain unchanged throughout the code. जितना भी आप code लिख रहे हो, the value will remain unchanged, mean it will remain fixed. And these cursors can be declared, but you need to retrieve query result in a step-by-step manner. First understand how. This is another example. We have used two variables. Variable is v underscore employee underscore name and its data type is varchar2, size is 50. And for example, another is we have used a v salary and the type is number. This is the basic syntax of declaring a variable in a declaration section. Next section, the only mandatory section, that is execution section. And we don't write execute, we write it with the begin keyword. All the logical and operations, actual logical and operations are performed within the execution section. As the name implies, it is the execution section, and it is a mandatory section, means you can't avoid it. It follows directly after the declaration section. That means if declaration section is available, means we are initializing some variable, then you have to have the declaration section. And if you don't have any declaration section, then the first section will be begin. You can also do this because it's quite fine, and then it will terminate with the end sentence. The basic syntax is begin, then all the procedural logical code exists here, and then we have a end. You can include all the SQL queries like in select, insert, update, delete, whichever query you need to interact with the database, we can write it within the begin section. We can use all the control statements like if, else, and all the loops like for and while in the execution section. This is the basic code. We are starting with the begin. Then you are simply selecting a salary from employee table, and if salary is greater than 500, then we are simply putting a message high salary. If otherwise, we are putting a regular salary here. So this is the basic simple code. We will explain it in a further example also. And third one is very optional section, that is exception handling section. This section is used to catch and handle errors that might occur during the execution of a block, and it prevents runtime error. Mostly we deal with runtime errors in this execution section, and it comes after the execution section, and it starts with exception. For example, exception: when any exception happens, then write a error handling code. Means in short, we have three sections. First one is declaration section, that is used with declare keyword. Then we have, it is used to initialize as well as declare variables, constants, and cursors. Then we have execution section that starts with begin keyword, and at the end we have exception section. We write exception and then end. This is the basic code or basic block structure of a PLSQL block.